Today we're going to prepare shredded mozzarella. I'll tell you the ingredients we're going to use. We have 2 gallons of raw milk, which is 7.5 liters. I've kept the milk in the fridge at 4 degrees Celsius because it's recommended to keep it at that temperature when using citric acid. This helps prevent curdling during the heating process. Next we have citric acid. I'll be using this granulated citric acid. For the 7.5 liters of milk, I'm adding 3 teaspoons of citric acid, which I diluted in 1 cup of chlorine-free water. Another ingredient we'll be using is white coloring for cheese called titanium dioxide. This coloring helps improve the color of the cheese when the milk, like the one I have now, has a lot of yellow fat, which can make the cheese look yellow. I'm adding 6 grams for the 7.5 liters, diluted in 30 milliliters of chlorine-free water. Lastly, we have rennet. This is microbial rennet, brand Bixa 100, with a strength of 1,250 international milk clotting unit per gram, which is quite strong. Each gram coagulates 12.5 liters, so for 7.5 liters I'll be using a quarter teaspoon, which is approximately 1 gram. The first step is to add the citric acid to the pot. Then I'll grab the milk from the fridge and add it to the pot. I'll start heating it, gradually increasing the temperature to 36 degrees Celsius. At that point I'll add the white coloring and mix well, then add the rennet and ensure it's well blended throughout the milk. I'll remove it from the heat, cover the pot, and let it sit for 1 hour to coagulate before starting the process of cutting the curd and separating the whey. I already have the citric acid here. It's recommended to pour it along the pot walls to minimize premature curdling. Then I'll add the milk I've kept in the fridge. Once everything is in, I mix well and keep stirring. The milk is now at 4 degrees Celsius and rising to 5 degrees Celsius. I'll start heating gently, more on the low side than medium, stirring constantly so the milk heats uniformly. I'll bring it to 36 degrees Celsius, then first add the white coloring and then the rennet. I'll remove the thermometer, turn off the heat, and add the white cheese coloring. If there's any left in the cup, I'll scrape it out and mix it thoroughly. Then I'll add the rennet, stirring from bottom to top to ensure it's well mixed. I'll let the milk rest and wait an hour for it to coagulate, then break up the curd to separate the whey. After an hour, I'll cut the curd and remove the whey once it settles at the bottom of the pot. Now that we've got the curd, which weighs 1020 grams, I'll place it in a container and add water at 32 degrees Celsius to warm it back up. Then I'll add water at 65 degrees Celsius and later some at 100 degrees Celsius to see if we can melt and stretch it properly. I have the water at 32 degrees Celsius here and will pour it to gradually increase the temperature of the curd. Right now I can still handle it, but soon it will be too hot. Once the curd is ready, I'll move on to the second stage, where the water will be at 65 degrees Celsius and it will start stretching more. After adding the 32 degrees Celsius water, I pour in the 65 degrees Celsius water until it covers the curd. I divided the curd because there was too much to stretch at once, so I'm working with half and I'll do the same for the other half. I'm stretching it slowly, using a glove in case it's too hot. Now I am adding the 100 degrees Celsius water. I'll keep stretching until it's fully cooked and shiny with the texture of mozzarella. If needed, I'll add more hot water and adjust the salt. I'll combine both curds, pour boiling water over and let it sit for a few minutes before moving and mixing the curd from top to bottom to ensure even cooking. The curd is well cooked and firm. I'll drain it, place it on a tray and press it to make it firm. After that, I'll shred the cheese into thin strips. In Venezuela, this technique is known as esmechar, commonly used for shredded meat. Once shredded, I add Venezuelan cream, nata, to a container, add the shredded mozzarella and heat it in the microwave for a minute, stirring until fully integrated. This combination is delicious. Once integrated, I'll let it cool in the fridge for half an hour. After cooling, it's perfectly set. This is the final result, perfect for spreading on various dishes or even eating alone. I hope this video is helpful for making shredded mozzarella. Butcher here, signing off.